You read that title right. You're not in enough pain, and that is why you're not getting what you want. Now, I don't mean that you should be causing yourself harm or pushing yourself to any kind of extremes or staying up till all hours of the night trying to achieve your goal or manifest your goal. This is not a hustle culture video. I am extremely anti hustle culture, but this is a very basic truth that you need to understand. If there's something that you don't like in your life and you want to change it, welcome back. If you're new, hi, I'm Jessie Riemann. And my goal with this channel is really to show you that your life doesn't have to suck and it doesn't have to be hard to get the things that you want. There really is a way to get everything that you want, to get the life that you want without having to do things the typical hustle culture way. And I really want to help you align to the life that you were meant to live. And so that's exactly what I teach you how to do on this channel. I also offer one-on-one coaching sessions and packages. So if you'd like to work with me one-on-one and you want to do things like learn exactly how to tap into your unique intuition so that you will always know what is right and what is wrong for you at any given time using your unique human design. You want to learn your specific resistance that's been holding you back from getting whatever it is that you've been trying to get and how to break through. If you want to learn how to manifest anything, and I mean absolutely anything that you desire, my specialties obviously are things like changing your physical appearance as well as health, but you really can do anything and you want that completely personalized and customized to you and so much more. More information on coaching is in the description box below. So given the fact that I have just explained to you, and many of you already know this if you've been here for a long time, I am obviously very anti-hustle culture. So what the heck do I mean with this title that you aren't in enough pain and that's why you're not getting what you want? Well, here it is. Once it's more painful to stay where you are than it is to change your life, that's when you're going to get what you want. Some examples. And by the way, each and every one of these is something that I have been guilty of at some point in my life. Why do we continue to stay in relationships that we know are toxic long before we leave? Why do we say that we want to improve our health and our energy? Yet here we are every single night, staying up late, scrolling on our phones. Why do we say that we want to manifest our desires, but then we come up with every excuse in the book not to do our affirmations or to stick to and be consistent with our visualization practice? Why do we say that we want to be more confident, big thing I've talked about a lot on this channel, and yet there we are pointing out every single flaw, every single little flaw that we perceive that we have? Why do we say we're miserable in our job, and yet 2 years later, we're still in it? Because you're not in enough pain to change it. As long as you're convinced that it's more painful to change your thoughts, your behaviors, your actions, and so on, you'll stay right where you are. And you will come up with every reason you can think of to justify staying where you are, to justify not changing. The sad thing is, it often takes until we go through some extreme physical pain or extreme illness, right? Before we start making necessary changes, before we start making different choices, before we change our lifestyle. I've done it. That's exactly what I did for years that caused me to have so many health problems, for example. But it's actually harder when you wait for it to get that bad before you decide to make the change. Now, I know from personal experience that one of the biggest reasons that it feels like it's hard to change our habits, change our lifestyle, change our thoughts, even though we know that it's the best thing for us, the healthiest thing for us, is because it can be so easy to become so used to, dare I say, even addicted to our everyday habits, to what we've been doing for so long. And that is why, unless you have enough pain associated with staying where you are and more pleasure associated with changing your lifestyle, there's nothing that's going to get you to keep making those decisions over and over and over, whatever area it is. Whether that is with your health and habits that you know would help you improve your health or your energy, whether it is the way that you are talking to yourself every single day, especially for those of you who've been here for a long time. If you're still criticizing your body every single day, you're never going to have the confidence that you keep saying you want. You're never even going to have the body that you want, because confidence and having a body that you feel confident about, they go together. So as long as you keep coming up with reasons to stay the person who constantly criticizes yourself and your body, things are never going to change. So one of the best things that you can do, and that I've even recently had to do, I'm going to call myself out here, as I have reflected recently, there have been a couple areas of my own life that I've realized that I haven't been making consistent effort or changes toward. And I keep saying that I want those things in my life, but I haven't had enough pain associated with staying where I am. So one of the best things that you can do is ask yourself, whatever area it is that you keep saying you don't like, or whatever area you keep saying you want to change of your life, I want you to ask yourself, if your life, if that thing, if that circumstance in your life stayed the same for the next 10 years, for the next 20 years, how would that feel to you? Would that be okay with you? And if you just had a response, like I did when I asked myself this question, and you were like, oh God, no. Oh my gosh, no way. Then that means we got to start associating more pain with staying where you are. Again, I don't mean physical pain. I mean remembering what it is going to feel like if you don't make the necessary changes that you know you need to make, if you don't change your thoughts, if you don't change your beliefs, if you don't change your daily habits, whatever is applicable to your situation. It is a guarantee that 10 years from now, 20 years from now, and likely, the rest of your life, you're going to stay exactly where you are. You're going to stay in that situation, that circumstance that you're in right now that you say you don't like, or that thing that you want to experience in your life, that thing that you want to have happen, that thing that you want to manifest is not going to happen. Because you're not becoming a different person. You're not changing the necessary habits and lifestyle changes and all that kind of stuff. Like I said, it really depends on your unique situation. But that is how we start to associate more pain with staying where we are. And in order to associate a whole lot more pleasure with getting what you want, with getting the life experience that you want, with changing your life, because I know that that goes against what feels comfortable to you right now. I know it feels hard to get out of your comfort zone. It's not that comfort is bad. I like comfort. I'm a Taurus sun and a Taurus midheaven. It's not bad to have comfort, but when there is something that you want to change in your life, it is going to have to mean that we at least get a little bit out of your comfort zone. We get out of our comfort zones. So when you want to associate more pleasure with change, what I want you to do right now is imagine if you had that thing, if what you want happened, if you had that experience, if your health problem completely went away, if you got your energy back, if you had better energy than you've ever had before, if you got the body that you want, imagine yourself 2 years from now or 5 years from now, whatever feels more realistic to where your current beliefs are. Imagine yourself 2 years from now, 5 years from now, having what you want, having the experience already having happened by that point. It feels pretty good, right? Now, I know that one of the biggest things that now is going to come up, which is why you've heard me talk not only in the intro about what I do in coaching, but I've talked about this a lot on this channel, is resistance comes up. And that means that we're going to start thinking things like, it's going to be really hard. I'm going to have to make a lot of sacrifices. It's going to take a lot of time. And that is because the way that we have often seen other people get what we want or experience what we want, whatever it is, that they did it in a way that was really hard. It took a lot of effort. It took a lot of time. It required a lot of sacrifice. And so naturally, if you think that that's what you are going to have to do, it's very likely that you are going to put up blocks. You're going to have resistance to that. Therefore, you're going to stay in your comfort zone and not do that. So that's what's going to cause us to start associating more pain with getting what we want. But the thing is, the way you get what you want doesn't have to be hard. The way you get what you want doesn't have to require all that effort that you saw it took somebody else to. This is exactly why I made a video titled How to Get What You Want Without Hard Work. I highly recommend that you watch that video. But why do you have to do it the way that person did it? Why couldn't you do it in a completely different way? And why are you willing to accept that it has to be hard for you? Why are you willing to accept that it has to require a lot of sacrifice for you? What was it? 2 or 3 videos ago? I can't remember. I did a video on how to manifest the impossible. And I gave you guys some amazing examples of people who proved that something could be done that either had never been done before, or it had never been done at that age that they did it, or in the way that they did it. Because as long as you keep your mind focused on what you want, but also stay open to different ways that you could do it, or that it could come to you in a way specifically that resonates with you. And this is one of the reasons why I teach the basics of human design and one-on-one coaching, because it really allows you to learn how you are supposed to tune in to your own unique intuition. There's one unique way that you were born with that you're supposed to use. So human design can be great for that. But what I'm saying is, when you associate way more pain with staying stuck where you are, even though you want this thing really badly, you want this experience really badly, or at least you say so. If you really want it, then that means not only stay open, but be open to researching, be open to learning different ways. Because when you really want something, but you don't want to have to do it in the typical hustle culture, push, push, push way, then first of all, you got to quit listening to people who tell you that that's how you get it done. There is another way, and there is a way that's going to feel right to you. There is a way that's going to resonate with you. And that is why I teach you about manifestation. That is the best method to help you find it. Because when you do things like change your thoughts and beliefs through affirmations, or you have a regular visualization practice where you are visualizing the way it feels to already have what it is that you want, you are not only changing your subconscious beliefs, but you are becoming an energetic match to exactly what you want. So that not only do you do things like you get new ideas, you get new inspirations to try new things, go new places, meet new people, but the energy of what you want finds you. The right people will find you. The right circumstances, the right opportunities will find you. And they will be ones that you can tune into using your own unique intuition to determine, does this feel right to me? Does it not feel right to me? Your subconscious or your higher self or even the universe, whatever you prefer to call it, already knows the best possible way to make what you want happen for you. And that is exactly why manifestation is such an incredible practice to help you get in touch with it, so you don't have to keep doing this push, 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 hustle, hustle, hustle thing that we're all taught. And they cause you to be chronically exhausted and burned out and have physical and mental, emotional health problems. So that's how you do that for those of you who know what you want, but think that it's going to have to be really hard to get it. But for those of you who already know what you need to do, you know you need to be doing things to take better care of your physical and mental health. You know that you need to be doing things to take better care of your energy. You know there are habits that if you changed and then started doing these other ones, that it would help you have better energy every day and put you in a better mood. You know that you need to stop being so critical of yourself and so critical of your body because you want to build confidence, and you know that means being kind to yourself and thinking better thoughts about yourself. You know you're in a toxic relationship that you need to get out of. You know that that job you're in is hurting your health. It is causing you so much stress. Then baby, with love, your life is not going to change until you do. And remember, I'm calling myself out too, because there are a couple areas of my own life, like I told you, that I know I need to be doing certain things, and I have not been doing them because I've been coming up with every reason that I can think of to stay exactly in my comfort zone, to not make those changes. But I don't want to spend the next 2 years, 5 years, 20 years looking back on my life and seeing that I didn't live the life that I actually wanted to. the life that was truly in alignment with me and who I'm here to be and what I'm here to do in this life. I know I could stay in my comfort zone, but I know exactly what that's going to look like looking back on my life several years from now. And I don't want that. I know that that means that there are going to be more things that I do that temporarily get me out of my comfort zone. But I also know from experience, and so do you, that the more times you do something, it becomes a habit, and then it gets easier. And then that becomes your new normal, and that becomes your new comfortable. And especially when by doing those new things, you are now having the experiences that you want to have. Your life is getting better, then it makes it worth it. But that's never going to happen if you decide to stay stuck, if you decide to keep associating more pleasure with staying where you are. If you keep telling yourself it's too painful to change, it's too scary, I'd rather stay here where I am, even though I feel like my life sucks. And I told you, my mission is to show you guys that your life doesn't have to suck. Your life doesn't have to be hard. Your life doesn't have to be this constant struggle bus. You can have every single thing that you want. You can have, you can do, you can be anything. But it is going to require making some changes. But again, they don't have to be ones that cause you to be in this ultimate painful struggle. I know I just used the word pain, but hopefully you know what I mean. I'm not saying that you then have to go take on a lifestyle and become a person that doesn't feel right to you. But I am saying that if there are things that you want, then it's going to require that you make some changes. It's going to require that you start doing the things that you know you need to do to get the life that you want. So ask yourself, who do you want to be a year from now? What does that person do? What habits does that person have? How does that person think? How does that person feel about themselves? And what can you be doing today, this week, to get started? Knowing that every single time you decide to make those changes, you get closer and closer and closer. Know that if you make those changes now, that version of you that you're only imagining right now is going to be a reality. So who do you want to be? And are you ready to be done with the life right now that no longer suits you? The life that no longer serves you? Are you ready to be done with the life that doesn't feel in alignment with you and who you're here to be in this life? Because if you're ready, then you're going to get everything that you want. I hope that this video lit a fire in you. And I really hope that this video inspired you, because you really can have anything that you want. You can be, you can do absolutely anything. And I genuinely and wholeheartedly believe in you. If you would like my help in one-on-one coaching, staying accountable to making the changes that you know you need to make, or if you'd like to figure out how to manifest exactly what you want without the struggle, then you can sign up for one-on-one coaching, or more information is in the description box below. If you enjoyed this video, please do me a favor and give this video a big thumbs up and leave me a comment letting me know that this video inspired you. It only takes a quick second, but it really does help me a whole lot, because it lets YouTube know to get these videos out to more people so that I can help more people exactly like you. You are worthy. You are remarkable. I love you. Thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.